Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Okay, we reached our 1 inch mark, and I think we took about 30 thousandths off of that in order to get there at 3 thousandths at a time. So that was a bit of maneuvering around, but we're there, and that's all that counts for the moment. Next, we're going to come in and seat this to the coupling. So I'm going to kick you back here a little bit so I can take the dual post grinder off the gland here and get that in place. Get a little bit of valve grinding compound, coarse and fine. I'll just put just a little bit of fine in there. Turn it on. Crank her up. I'm not pushing hard because it didn't lock. I'm just barely touching it. That should do the trick. Now, we'll take our towel here. Looks pretty good. Clean off the shaft. Nice. And we're going to put a little Dykem on there and test this thing out and see what we got. Make sure we're seated properly. Give that a few minutes to set up. And we'll be back. All right. Dykem's set up somewhat. This is not though. Let's get this come back a little bit. Okay, I'm seeing rub marks right there. I'm seeing rub marks there and there and there. So we're hitting pretty much nicely there. It's a little bit stronger on this side, but it's hitting fairly evenly here, all along here and down at the bottom there. And the whole direction here, the whole area, all the way to the bottom. So we're in good shape. Let's get some brake lean. It gets that Dykem off like nobody's business. Just gone. Okay, looks pretty good. All right, so now what we need to do is come in and turn this down and put some threads on the end of that. So back to the Dykem. And somewhere in this general area, I'm thinking. That looks good. Bring our threads over, make a mark. There's our mark. All right, we're gonna have to get you out of the way. All right, so our mark is right there. We'll bring our cutter over to it. And it looks like we're going to hit just about right. We're a little shy of it. I think we're just going to go with what we've got, and we'll finish it off toward the end. Now maybe over a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that looks pretty good. What do we have here on edge? Okay, so we need to chamfer that and that. So, and we will come in with our straight on tool. Get a couple of chamfers going. Looks good. Okay, now let's cut some threads. Drop our cutter head in, bring it over. Loosen it up and bring it right over to this inner edge here. And that edge sits out away from the holder just a little bit. There it is right there. Nice. And since we already set up our threading for the last one, all we got to do is cut this. And we're all set there. We're all set there. Flip this. Alright, it went on earlier, now it's not going on, so I'm going to come in with this little chasing die and chase this down, and I'm guessing there's a little burr somewhere that's holding this whole thing up. Something's got it. There it goes. All right, we're gonna just going to come in with pliers and bring this thing in just a little bit further. Now this is the customer's die, and he's got it set exactly the way he wants it. So all I'm doing is just cleaning up that thread so that nut's going to fit on there without a problem. All right. Looks pretty good. Let's see how that nut goes on. It's a beautiful thing. Look at that. Just like it's supposed to. Okay. I'm thinking maybe just a little bit more of a chamfer right here. Just knock that burr out just a little bit. And we got it. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. So that's done. We can take our shaft out. Let's clean off the dicom first. Slide our flange on. It's not going anywhere. Now I can't get it off. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's take the shaft out, and we're going to come back in, and we don't want to put the key in here because the key will slide this way. So we're going to put the key in on the opposite side, and in both of them, and then we are done. and we'll be back. This was a pretty heavy shaft, so I felt like it was important to support it back here. Otherwise, we get just a little bit of flexing and not a good idea. So we'll pull the shaft and I'll show you what that looks like. Just kind of pop it a little bit. There we go. So it fits the shaft fairly tight, and then slides into the back side of the head. And this is slightly tapered. Okay, well, we've started the cut already. I laid it out, I centered it, and then I set it up in the mill. But I set it up so that the taper so that the cut goes with the taper, and if you follow the bar out, you'll see that it's sitting kind of askew of the vise, so that it just sits perfectly flat on that taper. So let's continue to cut. Okay, hopefully that's going to be it. Let's see how the key fits. Well, there we go. We've got it done, and we straightened the shaft, and then we shortened it by 1 inch. And called the customer. He's on his way over, and the cat and I are hanging out the next morning, and this is Nick Collier checking out.